And the early game feels great on the bottom side of the map here. Top side of the map is going to be skill-based and how this Keen Xiu matchup plays out. Like, I do feel like Xiu skipped the Keen test because he played Ornn in game 1 of the Rumble. Lucid is going to take this crab away. And, I mean, Showmaker has a little bit of control here in mid lane. They're going to look for something.
Yeah, Canyon stunned out of the wall. Little root over it as the flash comes in, and Canyon has to flash to the cone, and the disengaged cone will get the flash out. Here's Chovy looking for the 1 kill on the Showmaker. Will get it with the auto, and now guess who's here? It's Keen. First from the top lane, and that is going to escort Lucid out.
But, you know, I would have figured that would have been the angle.
Yeah. Gwen with grubs, Jace with grubs. Feels like both of those are extremely strong. Showmaker getting in there, blocked by a bunch of minions. Chovy was the one who was taking the aggressive trade and actually kind of lost it towards the end. So, kind of not happy with that. Mountain Drake goes over to Gen.G, and we have another Chemtech Drake.
We delayed the lane swap, but
yeah.
Ultimately we still ended up with this. Lucid!
Oh boy, Chovy way too far up. He's going to try to flash, and Valkyrie, it's not going to happen. Lucid and Showmaker put it together. It's so difficult to get away from both Ryze and Sejuani if you don't have the cleanse. And now TP's coming in. Keen has done a huge amount of damage to both barrel and aiming already.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, Keen's just going to back away, but now we got Realm Morph coming in. Trying to get on top of him. Lucid here as well. Maybe a stun to come down, and under the turret, Xiu just knocks him back with a flash. And it's another kill to DK.
Yeah, they end up making it work here. Now they're going to get a TP here out of Chovy into the bottom lane. Do they commit for another one? There's only a few minions here, but actually the next wave comes over. This could have been too much for Chovy.
Yeah, I mean, he's here very early, and now we have the bailout. Barrel is going to go down, but so does Chovy. I mean, Chovy got a kill, but so does Showmaker. Gen.G on them at the moment. It's just the two of them, though. And I feel like DK could absolutely fight for this if they wanted to, as now coming over is Duro. Gonna engage a bit on Lucid, but again, Lucid's pretty fed, as now we got a join from the side of Ruler. They want to take the fight, in they go, on to Lucid. He is just so dead, even an Impale utilized, and the collapse came in so quickly that DK could not really respond in time.
For them, because they had the Renata ultimate, they were in a good position to contest. They will actually end up conceding their grubs to Canyon, so it'll be a 3-for-3 split. But ultimately, the fight was played out better by Gen.G. So I think it was just a good play and outplay from Gen.G as Ruler flashed.
Yeah, he's flashing on that auto, hit a minion. We'll see if they can still finish him off. They absolutely can. Meanwhile, down on the bottom side, DK get another kill. At least Duro will trade one back. But I think that kill over to the side of DK will be certainly more valuable.
Chemtech Dragon. Like, Chemtech Soul, I think, has its place. And it is, in some cases, when you have like a Gwen, for example, I mean, damn, that's really powerful. But Chemtech Soul on its own, one single dragon, is kind of like, It's one step to a soul, and it's Ocean Soul. So I think the dragon interest not going up too much in this game. Turret interest, though, is still peak. You know, it's still high. It's a good time to kill turrets. And
yeah,
Gen.G are going to look for this turret here. Barrel is shadowing, but I think they have to just go.
Yep, they're going to get the first turret. Actually, it might have gone over to the Jace.
Yeah, bottom lane.
DK got the feats of warfare.
Just keep Showmaker safe and deny a dive. That was the best he could have done. Not enough time. His aiming is now no cleanse.
Where's his barrel? Oh no! The flash heal! It doesn't help at all!
This could be. I think Dplus are just going to have to give this one up with no AD carry here. And
I mean, aiming was in a position. He saw the Kaisa, stayed around, doesn't have either summoner. And he doesn't even have his support.
Yeah, it's not okay. I'm not going to say it's the game-losing moment, but it's certainly a big window back into this game and full control now to Gen.G, who have the Herald. Duro is Leona.
Yeah, we're just running in the two of them before the team even gets there. This is not looking good for DK. Duro, though, is going to go down, and you know what? Keen at least is able to get the kill. The Impale is also going to miss, as now the stun of the wall, and Xiu's in a lot of trouble. Goes down to Ruler's Q on the flash, as he's not able to get away. Canyon now just going to flash away himself. Showmaker makes his way over, but he's kind of alone as the one guy who can still do damage, and Gen.G are just able to sail away. And look at Chovy in the top lane, just farming it out. Good for controlling objectives and stuff like that.
Longer fight's really good for Gwen, really good for Skarner.
He's going to drop a Rift Herald in their face. Hey, what are you going to do about this? We're going to take the fight now. Let's see the Impale as Canyon going to get in there. The Renata ult is pretty good, but he gets aiming, and first goes down barrel, so the bailout not going to do anything, and Lucid also going to fall by the wayside. Xiu and Cho making the two damage dealers. Just absolutely not able to do anything. And the follow-up is coming in. They still have the Kaisa ult here. And they get a fourth member as Gen.G just roll over DK in the fight.
A very decisive fight win here for Gen.G, and this starts to feel like the straw that breaks the camel that is Dplus's back, as they're just going to be able to take the dragon from this. They grab the turret in mid lane. A very close game until it was 1,000 gold lead. So much turret gold goes over. Showmaker will get at least one outer back in return here, and his Rod of Ages is completed.
All right, trying to collapse on a Keen, but he's got a lot of help now, and he has his needles available, so he is not killable. Now an ult gonna come down on a Ziwu, and it's just getting worse for DK. They're getting caught in the side lane, trying to collapse onto a Gwen, who is in a very fed position. And, I mean, there's not even a Baron available, but it feels like Gen.G have Baron with the ability to just roll over these lanes.
Yeah. You know, from here, Showmaker just stays, like he gets the inner, that's a lot of money to Arise. But I'm worried about what happens next when we start moving towards these objective fights, because
there's not really anything that they can do at this point in time. Just gonna burst this one down, and well, they gotta get in. The arrow's not gonna hit anything somehow, and they're just zoned away. Not gonna be able to do anything, and now the engage comes in from Gen.G. Getting onto aiming once again, who does have the bailout, but he's still getting just burned through it. It's not enough, and the wallets of Gen.G are just gigantic once again, and they should be able to take this game from here with the Runas Otacon. Heal for Ruler, like he's just so far ahead on this crit Kaisa.
He does have 18 wins over Dplus in his collection already. I think he's looking to collect the 19th.
Yeah. He is a collector himself.
Yeah. They're just, once again, it's like Chovy and Duro hold the line, because Chovy has an escape, and he can get out. And they don't really have great engage outside of the ult from Lucid. So, like, Duro and Chovy are the right people, and Keen's on the flank, and this Baron is just gone. Lucid's in.
They're just throwing everything at it, and it's not going to be stolen. Nice try by Lucid. I don't even know how he got in there, but man, it just feels like the game is over from here. Keen doesn't have his ult anymore, but he's just snipping away at Showmaker's butt, and he will take him down. Meanwhile, Ziwu's bot never really found a reason to TP in there because the fight was just lost. Like, Ashe ult went in, Renata ult went in, and they just didn't do anything.
Yeah. I think this is the expected result, Valdez, for me as a 2-0 Predator. But with the game one that Dplus looked so good, and in game two there were certainly some moments. It looked like there was hope, but I think this is the end.
They're just smashing him now, as Ziwu did at least come back to the base to participate in the last fight. But Gen.G 2-0, nothing to see here, actually.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.